It's your boy, Kerry Mr. Excitement, Bronx, New York, in the building, post-Vegas hangout. Guys, whoo, you know I'm excited. I don't even got my theme song ready. I'm so excited. But hey, if you're just watching this, people, just let people know in the Facebook group, just hit the refresh button because we are live right now. So, guys, just came back from the most extraordinary event I've ever been to in my home business life. But you're not going to hear about me right now. Okay, you're not going to hear about me right now. I got a panel of some phenomenal guests. Man, the panel was so full. We had some extras. We had people just dying to jump on. And guess what? We may have a special secondary webinar, Google Hangout, this week, because we got so many people excited, want to tell their story, but we just could not get them in the room fast enough. So with that said, guys, I'm going to go over to my first guest on the panel, and I got my co-host on here, Mrs. Cherie King, who's on mute right now, but Mrs. Cherie King, who's going to be co-hosting with me. Guys, you know how I do. You know I bring the excitement. You know I bring the fun. You know I bring the joy. You know I bring the realness. For all of you that are watching this Google Hangout right now, and if you didn't know, let me scoop back. Let me scoop back from the camera right now so that you guys know. What's that say? What's that say? I'm turned up, baby. I'm about to turn everybody up on this panel here tonight. So I want to thank everybody for taking the time out. But we're going to go over to our first person, who is Elizabeth. Elizabeth, if you can, unmute yourself. Please let everybody know a little bit about you, what you've just been experienced to, and I believe, if I'm not correct, when the company asks, is there anybody here in the room of over 2,000 people who has never been in the home-based industry before? I believe you're one of the 2 people that stood up. So let everybody know you can come in here with no prior home business experience. Let them know your story. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, girlfriend. You muted yourself back.
Am I unmuted?
Yep, you're unmuted. Go ahead. And then you just muted yourself back. Guys, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. See, not only have I never been in a network marketing business, I'm extremely computer illiterate. But having said that, I joined on March 3rd. I have not once changed my mind. I've had excitement from the very first day. Going to the live event, wow, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know how to get excited on camera like I do in real life, because everybody that saw me there knows my excitement. I'm just ecstatic. Meeting the UOP first and foremost, because that's where we're at right now. The people in our group are, especially our leaders, starting with them, Mr. Stinson, and then all our UOP council. We rocked that house in Las Vegas. The leadership that they showed first to us, and then across the board to all of DS Domination, to everybody. I don't even care if they were DS Dominators. People knew we were there. Everybody welcomed us. Las Vegas welcomed us. It was just the most wonderful time I've ever had in my life. And being a nurse, registered nurse, yay for the nurses, I've been to lots of pharmacy conventions. I have a law degree, so I've been to a lot of law conferences, and I have never been to an event like I was this weekend, ever. So what else do you want to know?
Awesome. So real quick, what brought you into DS Domination? Because, again, you have no prior home business experience. Okay, most people, when they see something like this, they say, like, what is that? I don't want to do that. They might have heard of some other things, some other companies from, like, Way or whatever. what made you come into DS Domination, and really what was making you? You said you have a law degree, you're a registered nurse. What made you say, hey, I want to do something on my own? And are you still a nurse? Let them know. I think you are. You're doing this full time or whatever.
Right, I am. But once a nurse, always a nurse. Once a vet, always a vet. So I'm still a nurse, but I don't work as a nurse. If I do any nursing now, it'll be volunteer work, and I love that, and I enjoy that. But my full-time business is this, and what caused me to come into DS Domination goes out to Canna Kearns. She's my sponsor, and she was on my page all the time. And I found out who our mutual friend was. She's a friend on my page, and I must have posted something on her page that Canna liked, and then she asked me to add her, and I did. And I just watched her all the time. I have a lot of debt from the past that I need to take care of, and so my nursing job, which pays very well, wasn't enough for the amount of debt that I have. So I just went to the mutual friend and I said, tell me what you know about Canna. And she said, well, she's doing a home-based business. And I said, what do you think? She says, well, if I had the time for it, I would be doing it, but I don't. And I said, well, I'll find the time. So I got a hold of Canna, and the rest is history. I'm here. And I haven't stopped. And I've had a lot of difficulty not knowing how to market, not knowing. I didn't plan to affiliate, for that matter. I became an affiliate because as soon as I started getting cha-chings, and as soon as I started seeing the personal growth that happens with this kind of a business, especially DS Domination and the UOP, it's just incredible. It's beyond your comprehension level on growth and family and spirit. My last true experience of camaraderie like you have in the UOP and across the board after the event this weekend, meeting all the other teams, the first time I've ever seen that since I got out of the service. It's just unbelievable. So it's not just about making money, it's about knowing that I can bring this to anyone because it's so easy to do. And you can't fail. The only reason you would fail is if you simply didn't try. Because trust me, I have a mountain to climb, and I am making money. One of the reasons I don't do a lot of bragging about posting my results is I have a past of debts that I need to take care of. And I can tell you this, if you want to know results, the one person I really needed to pay a past debt to died. And I didn't know that until about a week and a half ago. So I had to go find his family and let them know that I owed him a lot of money. And I have made a commitment to pay them back $500 every 2 weeks. And if it wasn't for DS Domination, I would not be able to do that.
Wow.
So there's my results.
Let me tell you guys, that there is integrity. The person that she owed the debt to has passed away, and she has the utmost integrity instead of saying, well, you know what? The person's gone. So you know what? Forget the debt. You know, no, she has integrity, and she's continuing to pay the debt to the family. That right there, guys, is what we have right here in the unit of prosperity. Okay? Honest, okay? Honest, great people with a lot of integrity. That's why she's going to prosper beyond belief. And if you heard what she said, you know, she was, you know, was in the service. Once a nurse, always a nurse. If she ever wants to do, DS Domination gives her the ability to do volunteer nursing. That's like part-time nursing. You can pick up a gig, you know, whenever you want, you know, because she still loves being a nurse, but she's not slave, ball and chain, you know, to the crazy hours and all of that. So, you know, Liz, I definitely.
No, Carrie.
Yeah.
Carrie, the difference now is I don't get paid to be a nurse. Now I can volunteer work and not get paid, and I don't need to be paid as a nurse. Now you're
doing it for free.
Yeah, yeah, I'll work for free on that side of my life. And that'll be the way I get to help people that I want to help. And I'm already making good money, so, and those people need help. So I don't mind doing that.
Wow, I stand corrected, God. Volunteer, okay? That means of her own time, giving in ways that she would not have been able to, other than having the cash flow and income disclaimer. Your results may vary. We can't guarantee any level of income here because we don't know what your work ethic is. You may not do what you need to do, which is following the step-by-step videos put together by Roger Landell, the $2 million man, as I call him. And that's really great. Liz, thank you so much for that testimony. Real quick, let them know, how did it feel when you first heard your first cha-ching? What was going on when you heard
that? Well, I live with an 82-year-old, and by the way, that 82-year-old works 5 days a week, and he's a big inspiration in my life on never give up hope. And my roommate also works full-time, and they were both, I would say, skeptical when I started this, and they dance with me when I get to things now. And when I was in Vegas, I had to have Josh Wells help me turn off my phone so it wasn't making noise while I was taking care of cha-ching business. So I love the sound of cha-ching. It's exciting, it's fun, and there's nothing like it. A cash register rings and you say, payday.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. You can mute out. And guys, we're gonna do this a little bit differently. What you saying, Liz?
I just wanted to give a shout out to my team members, Keith Bouger and Katrina, who went to Vegas with us, and Philip. And I just want to say hi to them. All right, bye.
Giving shout outs. And by the way, I love those jackets, man. I love those jackets at the event. All right, guys, we're gonna do this a little bit differently than our normal hangouts. It ain't gonna be like, oh, I go through the first 4 and then we pick up on the next 4. Now we ain't gonna do all that tonight. We're gonna go co-host, host calls, okay? Like LeBron and I forgot who we worked with. Oh yeah, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade. So with that guy said, Sherry, let them know. Take it over while I do some administrative stuff.
All right. Hey, everybody. This is Sherry King, and I was having a little bit of technical difficulties there, so I'm glad that got all worked out. But anyway, I want to go to Faith because I didn't get to meet her in Vegas, and I just want to hear what she has to say. How did you get started in DS Domination? What has changed in terms of how you feel about being in this company now that you've gone to the event, you had a chance to meet, different people in the business, you got to see just how much the leadership cares about this business and about the people in the business, and just share with us what your experiences were.
Definitely. So thank you, Sheree. I also was wanting to meet you after connecting through the group on Facebook, but really there were so many people in Las Vegas that there wasn't even enough time over an entire weekend to meet everybody, if you can even believe that. And I found DS Domination. I was looking for work, and I knew that I wanted something different, and I am a self-motivated person. I do prefer to work for myself, and I wanted to be able to build a different life for myself and a life with a lot more work-life balance. And I found an ad, I replied, I watched the informational video, and something in me was just like, give it a try. You have nothing to lose, nothing to lose. And I did, and really I am so happy. There's so much support, and prior to the trip, there's a Facebook community that's so supportive, and I loved the group, and I thought, wow, I'm meeting these people online who are go-getters, who are having results, who are all ages, from all different backgrounds, everybody with their own story, and they're online and I already feel like they're my family. I joined in March. Then I get to Las Vegas, and you never really know how is it going to translate from an online experience to in person. And as soon as I got to Vegas, I didn't know anybody, and this is my first MLM, my first home-based business, and instantly I just had so many confirmations that I was in the right place at the right time. Everybody that I met was just totally solid, and I'm still beaming, and my head is still just like flying with all of the information that I learned. So going to the event prior, I had heard, you know, events change lives. And when the event was first mentioned, that moment, I bought my ticket. And I said to myself, you know what, I'll figure the rest out of how to make the trip happen, but I need to be there. And I'm so glad that I was there. And to speak about the leadership, I've worked many different jobs, and I am so impressed by the humbleness and the integrity of the leadership. It is so different than anything I've ever seen before. 3 of the smartest people that I've probably ever met, and just really down to earth, very accessible. You can totally access them. So give it a try. There's really nothing to lose, whether you're young, old, know how to use a computer, student, baby boomer, you just want a little money on the side. This is the place to be. It's truly a blessing.
All right, Cherie, we lost you on, on mic. So I'm going to ad-lib what she's saying. She's probably saying right now, you know what? It was a pleasure meeting you. I'm going to say from my end, it was definitely, a pleasure meeting you, down there. And I know you. I think you went to the after party.
Yep, that's when I saw you and Mrs. Excitement.
Awesome. Cherie, did you get back? Did you get your voice back? Me. No, not really hearing you right there. All right. While Cherie gets that microphone fixed, we're gonna move right along, guys. But you know who I'm coming to next, right? I see you right there, boy. I see you right there walking around with the GoPro camera. You know who I'm coming to right now, right, guys? At any time, if this excitement gets too contagious for you, if you're trying to figure out, what is all these wild people talking about? They're in Vegas, they're going to after party, they popping bottles, they copying and pasting. That's how we do. DS Domination. You can click on the button below and get more information and watch a short 8-minute video of how the Elizabeth there is doing volunteer work as a nurse. She doesn't have to be a nurse unless she wants to. Guys, how we're changing people's lives at any time. Click the link below to get more information, or you can skip that part and say, you know what, this team is hot. Everybody's talking about the UOP. Everybody's talking about this. Man, the next person I'm about to invite up, he's walking around with the GoPro camera. I mean, he was sharper than the Board of Health. Jimmy, come on out. Let everybody know what has been going on since you came back from the event, and let them know a little bit about you and what have been your results in DS Domination with the UOP family. Boom, boom, me. Guys, this the new me. When your mic not working, we're gonna go me. You better get that microphone working, Jimmy. Nope, not yet. Nope, you're off. Put it back on. Nope, you're still muted. Okay, man, we're gonna come back to Jimmy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna double it up with another nurse story. Okay, we're gonna double up with another nurse story, and we're gonna go over to Keysha. Coach Keysha is what they call it. Okay, guys, this is another nurse, and I'm not gonna take away any of her shine, any of her fame, while Jimmy gets his microphone working. Okay, I'm not gonna take away any of that. Right now, guys, she is like the dynamic duo. Her and her mom is tearing Las Vegas up right now. They're still down there partying like it's 1999. Coach Keysha, come on out and let them know what you're excited about. Not even coming back from Vegas, still being in Vegas, what allows you to still be in Vegas while everybody else has already came home?
Hi, Carrie, can you hear me?
I can hear you, girl. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just really flat out excited. I'm just thankful to God for the opportunity. I'm thankful that you and I have been through several things together, and we still remain friends to the end. And you have brought me to the next best thing. Okay, so I want to just tell you thank you for that. And here this weekend, I absolutely got rejuvenated because of the fact that I've been through multiple different types of business, and I've been to event after event after event. And at each one, they all felt a little bit cold. You saw the superstars from afar. You saw them from a distance, and you couldn't get close to them. It was almost as if they had bodyguards. But here, with our DS Domination Unit of Prosperity family being the number one team in the entire company, it was just a warm feeling. And I'm just echoing what I heard already, because you were able to physically get arm in arm with everybody. You were able to part up with them, eat lunch with them. We ate out at Bahama Breeze. We took over the whole spot. It was phenomenal, to say the least. And thanks to DS Domination, Mom and I were able to extend our vacation past, the 3 days, and we're going to fly back into Atlanta on Wednesday and fly out again to Ohio on Thursday. And I owe that thanks to DS Domination, because of the fact that, I'm home alone. I work as a nurse temporarily. I work as a nurse full time, and, not get my full time hours. So if I had to depend on my income, I would be still in Atlanta. I would have been watching the event from a video, So again, I'm just flat out excited about the opportunity. If you looking at it, if this your first time on the Hangout, if this is your second time, pay the $20, okay? Pay the $20 today. Click the link below. Join. Partner up with that person who gave you this link. Partner up with them and send them a thank you note. Matter of fact, buy them dinner, because this is going to be the best $20 that you ever spent in your life. So I'm just flat out excited about everything that's coming down the pipeline. I'm excited about everything that was rolled out at the event. And this is just the best place to be. And another thing, lastly, I saw so many nurses that were there, that was on stage getting big checks, getting the rewards. And I have a disclaimer, because I always say retire a nurse, we're tired, but the disclaimer that I have is that everybody can't be self-employed. Everybody can't be their own boss. But I want to talk to the people who need an extra $500, the people who need an extra $1,000 a month, because there's more month at the end of your money. That's who I'm talking to. And I'm talking specifically to nurses, because I happen to know firsthand that if I work with 5 nurses, 3 of them work a second job. And that's crazy. Okay, so you already don't have enough time to be with your family, to do the things that you want to do, like traveling and whatever it is, going, keeping your kids out of daycare. Sign up today. Don't think about nothing else. Just sign up today.
Awesome, Keysha. Awesome. And just let them know real quick. A lot of people, we're not the flashiest company out there. A lot of people, they're looking for that shiny ball company, where the ball is so shiny. It's so shiny they get mesmerized and hypnotized, and they ain't making no money. But they're still holding, my little friend, they're still holding a shiny ball. No, this ball is not that shiny, but below that thin layer, because I tell people this is a sleeper company. We're a sleeper company. Okay, while everybody else is in shiny ball hypnotized land, we're riding below the radar. Let them know the grandeur of what you saw this weekend, what you definitely know is going to help you and your mom, especially with that new app that's coming out. And let people know how old is your mom and what she's doing with this.
Well, Carrie, I did want to go into that, but I didn't want to hog up the whole webinar because you know me, I get to talking and I
Well,
can't stop.
sum it up in about a minute.
I'm just so excited because mom had a revelation while we were there. Because before she's like, you know what? I don't want to be an affiliate. I don't know if I could talk to people like that. It's like, Mom, you don't have to train the people. The videos do the training. So while she was at the seminar, they polled the audience and they asked if there were any baby boomers, and I forget what the age frame, 19 whatever to 1964, whatever the age of a baby boomers, and over half the room stood up. That resonated so well with Mom that she has already come back to the hotel room and signed up as an affiliate. She's already putting her link out, and now she is ready to impact, empower, and help other people to make those cha-chings while they're asleep, while they're at church, while they're doing whatever they're doing in life, working their other job, So this is the less stress, hassle-free business model that I have ever seen. And you do not have to recruit if you don't choose to.
Thank you so much, Lakeisha. Thank you so much, guys. Coach Lakeisha and her dynamic duo mom. Check the Facebook wall. You'll see them. They look like twins. They look like sisters. It's not mother and daughter. They look like sisters because mom is looking young. Guys, her mom is doing it. She's doing it. Yo, that's it. That's it. Sherry. Or is it
me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Go on, girl. Take the next person.
All right, let's move on down to Kim. And Kim, let's hear from you about how you guys started in DS Domination. Were you at the event, hon?
Yes, I was at the event.
Okay, so I would love to hear about just what you thought about that and what you took away from it. So share with us how you guys started and then what happened to you at the event.
Okay, well, my name is Kim, and I've been online for several years. I enjoyed what I did online, but it didn't make enough money to suit me. So I decided that last year in March that I'd had enough. My ROI was not good enough for me to stick around. And I didn't do anything until probably September, October. I kind of started back on Facebook a little more. And then in December, my daughter asked me to build her a website because she started a business with chocolate toffee and confections. I built her website with a little help from a couple of my friends who had some expertise in some areas. And then I built her a fan page. And then I got a call from her the 1st of February crying. And I said, "What's up, baby?" She said, "Well, Mom, this just is not working. I don't know what to do. Maybe you can help me." I said, "Well, what's up?" She said, "Well, every time I send," we're in Florida, first of all, and every time I send my toffees out, they go to someone and they're soft. And every time I send my chocolate out, it's melted, and you can't even tell what it was. So I said, "Well, I know you picked this niche as, something that you wanted to do, but maybe you could actually do something online that doesn't have something to do with products. Why don't we agree together that we can come away with this with a good, positive feeling?" She said, "Okay, Mom." I said, "Why don't we agree together that you can find something to do that doesn't have products to handle, nothing that'll melt or get ruined in shipping." She said, "Okay, I'll trust you, and I'd like to do something with you." And I said, "Okay, that really makes me happy." So 3 days later, I was on Facebook, which I had started to frequent more after building her website. I kind of got the burn a little bit more and decided to click on a link that I had from a friend of mine from a year or two back named Ann. And it was something about a Monday night hangout or something, and I said, "This looks really good. I've never been on a hangout. I think I'll go ahead and click through and see what it's about." And I did. And I listened and I watched. I even cried a few times because the stories that were said and spoken about really spoke to my heart. And I said, this really looks like a warm, inviting group that I could enjoy. I wonder if maybe my daughter would like to do something like this. So I joined up that night. And A day and a half later, I called Jill while I was at work, and I said, Jill, I think I found what you were looking for. She said, are you kidding me? What's it about? And I sent her the link. She called me back crying again. She said, Mom, this is it. This is it. What we've been looking for, you found it. She said, sign up and sign me up. I'm ready to get started. I've had an eBay account for several years now. I can do this.
Wow, that's great. So basically, you guys started out with a business where she was shipping out products, and
Right.
everything that could go wrong was going wrong. So you were looking for something where you didn't have to deal with those types of issues. So I guess you would say you found that with DSD, huh?
That's right. And DSD provided a great platform and training that was second to none. And I've had a lot, and there's been a lot, but none that was as efficient and effective and to the point as this, easy for anybody to do. And I was blown away. I thought, man, I've been waiting all this time just for this. And so when Jill started, she already was an eBay, fanatic, and she'd already done well on eBay. And I was just starting out, and so I learned a lot from her, even though I had been online all this time. And so it was really great that we got to work as a bit of a team together, and she found her niche, and it's not chocolate and toffee and confection.
Right, right. So now I remember you mentioning that you have built her a website and all that kind of stuff like that. And for people out there that are thinking, well, I want to do an internet business, but I don't have technical skills. I don't know how to build websites and do all that stuff. Do they need to know all that?
Absolutely not. Jill didn't know how to do anything online in the way of blogs or websites or PPC or SEO or any of that. She didn't know any of it, and she took off with this, and she's doing excellent. I knew a little bit of it, and I didn't need it. Nobody needs it with this platform. The training is so simple that anybody can do it. And what I found to be true was that I could actually relax and just follow the training, do what it said, and just listen for my cha-ching, And so when Jill called me with her first cha-ching, I thought, it was great for me to get mine, but when my daughter got hers, and when you get people that decide this is something I can do, and they get their cha-ching, that's what really excites you, is when they share that. And it makes you really feel proud that you've done something that and you've shared something that anybody can do.
Right. Now, you say you went to the Vegas event that we all just came back from, and
Right.
So what was your biggest takeaway from the event? What was the one golden nugget that you just, oh my gosh, I can't believe, that I just heard that you brought back with you from Vegas?
Well, I had seen everybody on the Unit of Prosperity, and UOP people seemed really helpful and like a family to me when I first joined. And I thought, these are some excellent, good quality people with good characteristics, and I think I'm going to really enjoy them. Well, I really enjoyed them online on Facebook and, on the unit Hangouts, but I really, really enjoyed them at the event. Man, they all were beaming. They were glowing. They were real people with enthusiasm and excitement about their new life online. And many of them hadn't even been online before. So, watching them just totally be sold out to a new life where they could see that they would be blessed beyond anything they could have ever imagined, any job could provide, that they can take it anywhere. I was blown away by the quality of people. It just expounded it even more than what I thought about on Facebook, which was huge.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out and joining us on the Hangout today and sharing your story. Loved hearing about it, and I love when families partner together in this, husbands and wives, moms and daughters, sons and daughters, whatever.
Right.
So it's really, really, really great to hear your story.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sorry?
I said thank you for having me. My husband's pretty excited about it, too.
Oh, great. Is he a part of the business, too?
No, when I first shared it with him, he said, you know what, I have a Facebook, or I have an eBay account. I said, you do? I said, why didn't you tell me? He said, I didn't know that's what you were doing. And when I shared it with him, I asked him, did he want to do it with me? And he said, I'd really like to, but I'm going to watch you and help you and support you. And when the time is right, I'm going to be ready, and I'm going to do it too.
Awesome. That'll be great. Then the whole family will be in there. Okay, well, thanks so much, Kim. So, Carrie, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Hey, Kim, I just want to say, guys, this is Kim's first Google Hangout. She didn't even know what the plugin was, okay? This is what I'm talking about. People just come on, very limited computer experience as far as Google Hangouts is concerned. I sent her the link. She clicked it, and she came in, gave a great story, great camera, great feedback. Thank you so much, Kim. Love that story.
Thank you.
Anytime, anytime. So now, guys, we are back, okay? We are back. Jim, okay? Almost stop. Is it working? Oh! Okay, Jim. This is how you fix it. You gotta go out, like log out, and then log back in. That's what you gotta do. But we're gonna move on. You're gonna move on to the next person. I'm gonna go over to Bruce, because I know my man Bruce. Let me tell you guys, we're talking about DS Domination's first event ever, okay, in Las Vegas. I've seen this guy on the Google Hangouts before. I've seen him in our Facebook group, but it was so packed, so busy. All I saw was like a black blazer, and a salt and pepper goatee just flying by me the whole event. He said, "Hey, Mr. Excitement." Hey, say, "What's up, Bruce?" And that's all. It was so packed, I couldn't get a chance to speak to him. But next event, definitely want to take some pictures. Bruce, come on out. Let them know what you're so excited about with DS Domination, what you saw in the Vegas event.
What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, look at this family right here that we have in front of us. That was a heck of a family reunion out there, huh?
Yes, it was. Definitely huge family reunion. The UOP showed up, baby.
There you go. Well, what I came back with was not that I wasn't focused before, but I came back with a new fire and a new focus. And I woke up this morning. I didn't get in until late last night. I flew back. We had so many people in the room at the convention that I ended up climbing on the plane, sitting down beside a guy. I was reading a book. Some of you may know it, called Think and Grow Rich. And if you don't know that book, you need to get a copy of it. But anyway, I was reading that book on the plane. This guy sat down beside me and said, "Hey, it's a great book." I said, "Yeah, it is." And he said, "Hey, there's a conference call every day, Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning Central Time." And he said, "You can log on." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm on there every day." I start my day out with some really powerful, positive stuff. And anyway, we got talking, and I said, "What are you doing out in Vegas?" And he said, "I was at a convention." And I said, "Oh, no kidding?" I said, "Were you at the jewelry convention?" And he says, "No, I was at a business convention." And I said, "Which one?" And he said, "I was at LVH." And I said, "That's where I was at." And he said, "Well, I was at the DS Domination convention." I said, "No kidding." So come to find out that he's a former football player with the NFL. And he's probably watching right now. But anyway, Action Jackson, if you're watching, hey, brother, what's going on? Shout out to you. But anyway, so tremendous amount of people. We got single moms on board with the company. We've got you name it, baby boomers, football stars, whoever. So anybody can do this, and I will reach out and say something. The group of people, Carrie, I know you're a veteran. I know that Beth is. I salute all your veterans out there in the crowd, because you guarantee our freedom, and I am as well. I'm a proud Army vet, and I'm gonna take away your excuses here for just 1 second, because if you're busy, if you're a busy person and you claim that you don't have time, you have time for what you want to do. I own another business. I grew a business in a state that I had never been to. I grew it from zero to about $250,000 in gross sales in 2.5 years. I also do veteran suicide prevention, a lot of nighttime phone calls and that type of stuff. And it's not all about me. I'm just saying these are things I love to do, and I live my passion. I also go to a camp up by St. Louis for combat wounded veterans about 4 or 5 times a year, and I do all these things on a volunteer basis. It takes money to do them, and that's why I'm here. Because what I need is 2 things. We all do. We need time and we need money, and we need the flexibility to live life instead of just going to a job every day, day after day. I'm also file VA veterans claims, claim for benefits, and so there's a veteran out there. My name's on the screen. Don't hesitate to contact me and say I need help, because I'm here for you. There's ways to find me. You can find me on Facebook or anything. That's an advertisement for our veterans. So again, I salute you. Thank you very much.
Man, I just gotta say, Bruce, for some reason when you spoke, man, your camera went out, but you were so much in the zone. We couldn't see you on camera, but you were so much in the zone, and I really wanted people to hear what it is that you do, okay? Because there's a lot of veterans that all of a sudden now there's a lot more TV commercials about help a vet, help a vet, help a vet, okay? I couldn't see any more, perfect opportunity than tapping into the e-commerce market, and helping, our veterans out there. So definitely thank you for what you do. And you said one thing, real quickly, that, you was taking DS Domination seriously. And guys, at any time, click on the link below just to join our team. You don't really need to see more information, but if you want to see the 8-minute video, what's making people so much money, so much success, so much camaraderie in this team, in this unit, you can click on the get more information button. But if you're ready to join the #1 cohesive team in the company, the unit, at any time, you can just click the join now button. But real quickly, you said, you was taking your business seriously, but you decided to even take it more seriously when you seen what we had our hands on. Real briefly, in 1 minute, what made you decide that? Was it all the products that was coming out? Was it the integrity of the leadership? Was it Hitesh? Was it the donuts on stage? What was it?
Well, it wasn't the donuts, because I'm trying to lose those, but it comes down to, just finding something within yourself. I mean, we got all the tools, we've got the training, we've got integrity in the company. If you want to have fun, hey, this is a place to go, because not only can you stay at home, if you don't want to do anything but sell on eBay and Amazon, you can do that. But if you like to recruit, I dropped a whole pile of money in Vegas. I don't know if anybody can see this and if my camera's working or not, but I have a little tool. It's called a money drop card. You fold it in half. It's got a little message with a website on the back of it. And I dropped, I don't even know how many, probably 1,000 of these between Dallas and they're a recruiting tool. I love to recruit. A lot of people don't. But I'm starting to get responses. I had several today, and I don't know these people that are picking these up, okay? So if you want to have fun and recruit and help people, but not actually go out there and, talk to your family and friends and all that stuff, you don't have to do that. Best thing I can tell you is be serious about what you're doing. This is a tool that I have through the Think and Grow Rich family. It's called Major Definite Purpose. Basically what it is written goals. And if you really want something to drive you, come home and tell your wife that by 1 December she's going to be retired after working about 25 or 30 years in the property management business, which is real high stress. And I'm also going to be able to transfer all my vending routes. I drive 150 to 300 miles a day, and every day I'm busy. That's hence my tagline, mobile business consultant. I'm on the road all the time, and so if you don't have any time, but you want time in your life and money, you're gonna have to give up a little bit of time for a short period of time. But I'll tell you what, it's definitely exciting, and it'll pay off in huge dividends later on down the road.
Thanks so much, Bruce. Guys, too bad his camera wasn't working. You would have saw that marketing tool, that little I'm gonna call it secret marketing tool. But when you join our team, guess what? You get access to see what that marketing tool is, man. Bruce, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sherry, take it away.
All right, so I want to head on down to Karen. who I did get to meet at the event in Vegas, and she is just a total sweetheart. It was such a pleasure to get to meet you, Karen. So come on out and tell everybody, share with us how you got started in DS Domination, and what was your biggest takeaway from the event in Las Vegas?
Don't worry, Sher. Don't worry. I met you too. She looked like she met everybody. I met you too. Nice meeting you too, girl.
It was so great meeting both of you and all of the lovely people that came to that event. Las Vegas was off the hook. All right, so if you weren't there, I'm sorry. Be there next year, because we had so much fun. But it wasn't just about being so much fun. It was about seeing the magnitude and the power of this business and being in front, in the place of a room full of people who are actually having results with this business. And like everybody here, I'm new to the network marketing type of environment. I was a business coach for almost 7 years before coming into DS Domination. And so I know about starting a business. I know the grind, the hustle, what it takes. But I also know about being a solo enterprise. And, I was getting burnt out, to be quite honest. And that's what brought me into DS Domination. I hadn't really had the intention of divorcing my business. But at the same time, I knew that, my business was relying 100% on me. And if I got sick, I had family who got sick and it pulled me away. If anything happened to me, there is no business. There was no money coming in. And it was pressure all the time. It was stress. And after years and years of doing it, even though I was touching a lot of people, I wanted to touch thousands of people. The work that I always wanted to do is help people have the best life possible, help them make income that's really working for their life so that they can have the lifestyle that they want and they deserve. And in my solo efforts, it wasn't happening fast enough for me. So when I saw DS Domination was this way for people to make money, no matter what their background is, no matter what their skill set is, because I know a lot of people who are starting businesses who the learning curve was so high they couldn't make that curve work before all their money was gone. And that was one of them. I know what it's like to lose money as a business owner. And, and it was disheartening. But to be able to have a vehicle, a simple system that you can hand to people and say, hey, try this out, see how it works, and know that they'll make money with, and be able to say, just do it because it works. That it appealed to me. And plus, I like to make money. I ain't going to lie. I like money. So when I started, within 2 days having my first cha-ching, and for anybody who doesn't know what a cha-ching is, that's the cash register sound from eBay when you sell your item. I was in. I was like, well, this is great. This is great. And so, DSD just seemed like a great way to go. And I like the fact that it wasn't like other network marketing companies. I didn't have to do home parties. I didn't have to do, recruiting, heavy recruiting, because I was tired. I was tired of the grind. So I love it. I love it.
Wow. So would you say that inside of DS Domination, I know you said that you had prior business experience. Could someone who had absolutely no business experience, no prior internet marketing experience, could they do this business easily?
Absolutely. That's why I love this business. That's what I love most about it, is that you don't have to be a technical wizard. You don't have to be, I didn't know anything about eBay. I didn't know anything about selling on eBay. Now I sell on eBay and Amazon. I didn't know anything about this whole e-commerce side of business. So I was one of those people who didn't have that type of background. But it's great for a person who, first of all, training is bar none. And I was in the training and development world before I became my own business owner, so I know a lot about high quality training. It's high quality training, but it's simple. It's simple. It's a simple system. If you can follow directions, you can win at DSD. That's all it takes. It takes being able to follow directions, really plugging into the training and just following it, and then it works. It just works. It's so simple. That's why I love to share it with people and feel comfortable sharing with people, because it's like, you can do it. I know you can.
Right. So what were your thoughts about the things that you saw that are coming down the pipeline for this company? I mean, where does that put your excitement level for this company, for being involved in DS Domination?
I'm so grateful. I really wish I had joined like when it first started, but there's no regrets, because where this company is going, it's going beyond anybody's imagination. I mean, right now, we're positioned and poised to really jump full throttle into e-commerce. People don't know Amazon is going to be $1 billion producer as far as sales, and DS Domination is going to be a huge part of that. eBay is growing in leaps and bounds, and DS Domination is making it possible for the everyday person to be a part of that and to profit from there. And the things that are coming out now are, it's mind-blowing. It's boggling what's going to happen for people. You know, I was at this conference for the last 5 days, and I've made a couple of $1,000s just over a 5-day period. And I can't even imagine with the new tools that we have, what's about to go down in a 5-day period. It's like pocket change in comparison. So I'm just saying to people, get in now.
You were making money while you were at the event?
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Like, every time I turned around, it was like either my phone went off or I got an email saying, oops, you sold something. I was like, okay, that's why I love this business, because I was away. These are things I had done before even leaving. It wasn't like I was even at the event really working on my business at the time. I was just making sales from things I had done prior. So it's a peace of mind business. And that's what I wanted, was peace of mind.
Right. Right. All right. Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, you heard what Karen and many of the other people said. So at any time that you feel impelled to do so, which hopefully you do right now, go on ahead and click the link below. Click the Join Now button and get signed up with the person who invited you out to this hangout. And you might want to even contact them and thank them, because this is going to be a life-changing business for so many people. I mean, it is a game crusher. I know that's cliche, but it's the truth. We are about to crush this game. I mean, all the other companies out there are just going to be blown out the water. So thanks for coming on, Karen, and sharing your story and everything. So Carrie, back to you.
All right, guys. Man, Karen, you ain't getting away yet, okay? Because, you know, we hold on. We're gonna do a mic check on Jimmy. Jimmy, mic check.
All right, how about now?
Okay, we're good. You stay right there. Don't say nothing. Don't even mute it. Don't just stay right there. Just freeze. There you go. Okay, good. Karen, you gotta let them know. Okay? I know you just talked about a little bit of money, income disclaimer. Your results may vary. We can't guarantee no source of income. We don't know if you're going to do anything, so we can't guarantee no income. There you go, income disclaimer. Anyway, let them know what has been your numbers that you've done, you know, in e-commerce sales. Because I know we saw big checks go across the stage real quick, but let people know the type of money that could be earned in e-commerce real quick.
Well, like I said, in the last 5 days, I've sold $2,500 worth of merchandise, and I have over $1,000 in commissions coming in for May. And I was doing the business very part-time because I was releasing my coaching business at the same time. So those are part-time numbers, people, part-time. So I tell you, the sky's the limit, because when it's about to be on, this is peaceful. I'm a millionaire. Watch me work. Okay,
awesome.
Because this is the vehicle. This is the vehicle I've been looking for a long time. And I'll tell you, anybody who's been looking for something that is, you know, it's growing, and you don't feel slick or sleazy about telling people this is the vehicle. This is it. And there's 6 different income streams that come in through this business, and recruiting is just one anchor of it. So, Tanya, I don't know what people are waiting for.
I don't know. They don't know the power of that cha-ching, baby. They don't know the power of that cha-ching. They don't know the power of Amazon. All right. Thank you so much, there, Karen.
You're welcome.
I know your mic is working. No more introductions. I introduced you twice already. Let it go.
All right. Hey, thank you, Mr. Carey. You hear me now, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, I'm so excited, guys. You know what? This opportunity is, first of all, growing by leaps and bounds. And if you're not a part of DS Domination, you need to click on the link below. First of all, we've got great leaders, you know, in this company. And, you know, I don't know if you've, you know, for me, the definition of a leader is somebody who's there for you, you know, when you're up, when you're down, somebody who believes in you when you don't believe in yourself. And that literally is the unit of prosperity. That, for me, was the biggest thing I took home from the convention, is that people are looking for somebody to go ahead and help them along this their entrepreneurial story, right? Their journey. And you know what? That's what I was looking for, and I found that definitely here with the Unit of Prosperity. First of all, if you haven't met Kerry and Mr. Excitement in person, he's even more excited. It's crazy, okay? So it's really, really nuts. But it was an honor meeting everybody, and this thing is just phenomenal. Okay, that's four. I got two four-word sayings for you. Okay, game over, and phenomenal. Okay, it is over. This thing is just changing lives, and I mean, you see ordinary people. I mean, I don't know about you, Kerry, but we were walking around. I mean, first of all, you meet the great leadership in the UOP, and as you walk around and you hear people's stories come up on stage, you see these average, ordinary people coming up and saying, you know, income disclaimer, but people making $5,000–$10,000 a month, just not even barely saying a word, you know. And that is what I love, is that you can make a quiet fortune in the comfort of your own home if you want to, using eBay, using Amazon, using and with the products that they came out with in Las Vegas, blew my mind. I mean, you know, this thing is growing by leaps and bounds, and as far as the leadership that we have, like Hitesh, Roger, you know, Reginald, these guys are just at the forefront of where technology is going, where e-commerce is going. And if you don't know what e-commerce is, it's just making sales online. Making sales online, being able to make a sale while you sleep. Okay, I mean, I made a sale right here, and I wasn't sitting in front of anybody's house trying to push pills or anything like that. It's just it just happens by itself, guys, and that's what we want to do. I wanted more time with my family, with my wife, to have a family. I don't have any kids yet, but that's really what my dream is, that just to go ahead and have a family and have the time to do so. I came from previous companies before where it was, you know, I was in the professional field. I was selling stuff before, and the thing is that just the transition into here, for me, I had no eBay experience. Okay, so if you don't know anything about computers, don't know about anything about technology, it's okay. If you have a Facebook, eBay is just like Facebook. You create a profile and you post stuff, okay, just like Facebook. And that's how easy it is. That's how simple it is. And if you want to learn how to go ahead and make money, you put the work in. That's what I love about this company. You put the work in and you will get the results. No luck about it. You just put the work in and that's what you get.
Jim, I gotta ask you, man. You
Yes.
was walking around, you was filming stuff, man. This guy was like his own film crew, man. They created a new HBO channel called Jimmy. Okay, his whole entourage, you know, was like filming everything. But let me know, when you saw the international market, when he said everybody who's international that came down to the event, and we know there was some people that was right next door that easily made it over to the event. But when you saw the countries, Singapore, the UK, when you saw the international market represent at the DS Domination event in Las Vegas, you know, and you knew these people were doing the same copy and paste thing that we're doing here in the States, how bigger of a picture did that give you?
Well, it was mind-blowing. First of all, it gives you such a such a paradigm shift. You know, you're thinking about new things. About for me, I only knew Sean Agnew, you know, from Canada, and he's one of the great leaders out there in tearing it up in Canada. But yeah, when they brought up just droves of people coming from Singapore, Chile, all these places, I mean, for me, it was a paradigm shift. I'm like, you know what? I mean, and the thing is that I also had somebody on eBay asking me, hey, do you ship here to Puerto Rico? And that's the awesome thing about this business, is that, you know, I had been in previous, companies before, and you couldn't go and you couldn't go ahead and talk to people internationally. They can take a part of your business. But guys, we're talking about eBay. We're talking about Amazon. These are huge corporate companies that are international, that are doing the sales and the work for you. They're building the brand for you. So all you have to do is just go ahead and plug and play into the system, and this system is the machine will run for you. This cash machine that can go ahead and give you anywhere from 100, 1,000, 2,000. Some people were talking about 10, 20,000 a month. You know, results will vary because it's based on your own work, but people, I mean, even $500 a month, guys, that can change your life. And that's what we're looking for. And to see that same type of entrepreneurial spirit is across the world, across the globe, the opportunity is limitless. And you can bet that our leaders in the Unit of Prosperity and as well as DS Domination, they are at the forefront of that technology, and they are making things happen, making things so much easier. If you don't know what Genesis is, they just released a product, but if you don't know anything about what that is, I mean, guys, you need to talk to somebody in DS Domination. Click on the link below, and you need to find out, because that is going to be a game changer. Again, cliche again, but man, it's just blew my mind.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. Thank you so much. You know what? When you talk about that international sale, you know, one of my team members had an international sale, and he posted it up, and it was an Asian sale because it was in you know, Chinese or Japanese. I don't know, you know, what derelict, you know, language it was, but it was in that crazy writing, you know. So it said PayPal, congratulations, PayPal, and the person's name was in the, you know, the foreign language, and it was a $265 sale. I'm like, wow, we're making international money sitting here in the States. It don't get any better than that. International money sitting here in the States. It don't get no better than that, guys. DS Domination. Click the link below. It's all Cokes, jokes, and M&Ms. Click the link below. Find out more information. And Sherry, take it over. I know we got our girl right there with a nice hairstyle down at the event. Take it over.
All right. And I just want to say I agree with Jimmy. If y'all think Mr. Excitement is turned up on these hangouts and on the videos he does, you have to see him in person, okay? It is like 100% magnified.
Overtime right now. We turned up.
See what I mean? So just imagine that, like 100% magnified, seeing him in person. So if you did not get to this event, make sure that the next one we have, that you get yourself there. All right, so last but not least, we have the beautiful Miss Ann Francis. We're going to bring out and have her to share her story, how you got started in DS Domination, what you thought about the event, what you took away from it. And so just go on ahead and share with us, Ann.
Hey, you guys, can you hear me okay?
Yep, hear you just fine.
Yes, we can,
okay,
and I love the hair. I used to have hair like that one time.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. My name is Ann Francis Lambert, and I'm so excited to be here. You know, I took a break from internet marketing and so forth, and I was in a previous network marketing company. That's kind of how I met Miss Cherie and Mr. Excitement over there. It hasn't changed. But, you know, being in that company, I learned a lot, but I, you know, really wasn't getting any results. And when Reginald joined the business back in September, I had joined like a week after Reginald. And next thing I knew, I see Reginald posting all these results, and he's like, "Ann, you got to get into the game." So I got in, posted a few items, started to get people on my team. But unfortunately, at that time, you know, I was dealing with my father, who came down with, well, he didn't come down, but he had prostate cancer. So I was dealing with family issues, and the holidays came around. So I really wasn't thinking about internet marketing or anything dealing with the business. It was just more so being able to have the time to spend with my father. And thanks so much to DS Domination, just by me listing those few items, following the little trainings. I love the videos. They're less than 10 minutes. You can get the information and quickly implement. That's what I did before, you know, I had to deal with my family. And because of it, I have built a team. I got a couple rock stars on my team that I am like, I'm gonna give a shout out to my girl LaTanya Jones. She was at the event. I was able to meet people who are in my downline, which made me feel excited, because it's like, okay, I'm getting results and people on my team are getting results. Not only that though, I have actual team members that were at the event. So to be able to meet folks that understand what you're going through, let alone want to make money online, and they see that you're doing it and they're on board, I couldn't ask for anything more. So because of me taking a break and coming back, you know, the money that I earned during that time of my father being sick, I was able to pay some bills, still be able to book some trips. So with this business, it totally changes lives, and I was just so excited to meet everyone. I didn't get a chance to meet a lot of you because we did arrive late due to some traffic. I drove from Los Angeles to Las Vegas with 2 of my team members, but we masterminded the whole time. We were able to talk about various strategies and things, and that's what is so great about this business. That's great about the Unit of Prosperity's team. I mean, we got a great community here with a lot of folks that know about marketing and can help you get your foot out the door. And if you don't even want to recruit, you don't even have to. So that's the beauty of it all. So you have various options to make money. So I just wanted to come out and share and let folks know that it's real. I'm making money. You know, I'm selling items, and, you know, and then I just copped Genesis. So you're right, it's a game changer. You talking about being turned up? Yes, I'm turned up. So Bruce, I love those cards you had. I definitely picked those up. I was picking up people's cards, getting ideas. That is a great strategy, because you're thinking that you're picking up $100 bill, and then it's like, oh, it's DS Domination. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to do this. So you'll see my cards all over the U.S. and all over the world. So best believe it was great. I'm just excited I was able to be a part of the first ever event. I know there's going to be more events to come. I know I'm going to see everybody on this panel, on the stage. Like, I'm turned up in LA. I got you, Carrie.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, Cherie, we didn't get a chance to tell our stories, but you know what? They've seen us on many Hangouts before. You know, 1 minute or less. What do you want to leave the team with? Leave everybody watching real quick with.
I just want to tell everybody, you know, like I said, if you were not able to make this event, if you are in DS Domination right now, the money that you're making, I know you're making money because about 99% of the people in this company are making money. So the money that you're making in this company, start saving it up, stop spending it and eating it and whatever else you're doing with it, and set yourself aside a fund so that you can get to the next event. No excuses, okay? We don't want to hear any excuses. When it comes time, you have fair, ample warning, all right? So let's start making it happen now. And just, you know, one of the biggest takeaways that I had from the event was, and it's something that we've heard time and time again, but it's always good to hear it again, is to get clear on what your intentions are, what it is that you want out of this business, whether you have started now or you are getting ready to get started tonight. Set your intentions. What income do you want to make on a monthly basis, and write it down and get clear on it, and then just start working out how you're going to get there, what you have to do. The first step is to get started in DS Domination if you're not already in it. So again, go ahead and click on that button below, join now. Join the person that invited you out tonight. Carrie, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Cherie. And guys, I'm just going to wrap it up, man. We went a little bit over because of just so much excitement, you know, and I think we're going to have a special Thursday night, you know, extended post-Vegas Google Hangout. Stay tuned for that, because you know what? We had so many people that wanted to be on and tell their side of what happened in Vegas, what DS Domination did for them. Guys, this is not a game. We're working in a $1 trillion e-commerce industry. Everything you have on your body, everything you have in your house, everything you wear on your feet, you put in your car, you bought it from somewhere. Okay? Until the world of buying and selling stops, guess what? DS Domination is going to be right here. Whether or not you want to get paid for that Coach bag, okay? Whether you want to get paid, you know, for some for some worms that one of my teammates sold on eBay. Yes, she sold a bunch of worms on eBay. People were buying worms like hotcakes. Whether or not you want to get paid for any one of those two type of things, okay, you need to be in DS Domination. There's going to be a buyer. There's going to be a seller, okay? I'd rather be the person putting it up and having the buyers come to me. DS Domination is no joke. You can finally participate in the e-commerce side of everything you see going on out there in the world for $19.95. And if you do not believe me, okay, tomorrow night, Tuesday, June 3rd, the owner, the CEO, Roger, the $2 million man, as I call him, is doing a live, step-by-step presentation of exactly what we do. If this was too fun for you, if this was too funny, and you're one of these people that like the nuts and bolts, I want the nuts and bolts. Don't give me the funny, give me the honey. Okay, guess what? Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Get the link from the person that sent it to you and say, you know what, I want to see exactly what your owner, your CEO does to show all of you guys step by step to make money. We pack out, there's limited seating, so you got to get in there and log in early. With that said, guys, DS Domination, I want to thank everybody for being on the panel. This is your boy, Carry Mystic Excitement. You don't need to hear my story, you already hear it. But you know what, real quick? I'm in repent mode. What I took away from DS Domination's event is that, you know what? I'm not helping enough people. That's what I took away. I am not helping enough people. I've dragged too many people through too many things that did not work, that required recruiting. Okay? Recruiting over here is optional. Do we recruit? Do we sign you up? Is that a form of recruiting? Yes, that is a form of recruiting. But guess what? When I signed up somebody that was 70 years old, they can make money on eBay, and they're making money on eBay without recruiting. That's why I was able to sign up the 70-year-old person, because I can save the lives of the non-recruiters. Okay? So if you've ever been in business before and you drag somebody into to cycle this, you know, binary that, one leg, build left leg, circle, drop down, you know, whatever, you know, spill over this and spill over that and throw up this, get out of here. We don't need any of that right here. Okay? eBay, copy, paste, profit. With that said, guys, my name is Kerry, Mr. Excitement, Bronx, New York, in the building, Unit of Prosperity, and I will see you in the next video, next webinar. Take care, guys. Have a good night.
Peace out.
Bye.